Today, I am going to discuss substitute care, including things about DFS and the foster care system here in Sweetwater County, Wyoming. The Department of Family Services, or DFS, provides licensure for foster parents and homes, along with other child care facilities. DFS takes reports of child abuse and neglect, then proceeds to take the children from their unfit homes and place them in either a temporary or permanent safe environment. Every county has a DFS location. The one in my community of Sweetwater County is located at 2451 Foothill Boulevard, Suite 103 in Rock Springs, Wyoming, 82901. The phone number is 307-352-2500. The foster care system is meant to help all ages of minors, but the focus is older youth, which is 3 to 12 years old. This is due to this age group being harder to place, since their attachments are already established. DFS provides services to families who are not able to have suitable living situations and environments for their children. Their job is to take children from unsafe homes and place them into the foster care system as carefully as possible to ensure that the children feel safe. Not all families have the resources to take care of the children within it. DFS provides resources to help get families on the right track and functioning properly as well. If the family is not safe and unfit to have children in the home for one reason or another, DFS will find permanent homes for the children. This is done through placement programs. These children are usually placed in a foster home that has the potential to adopt them. Most of the time, DFS tries to find a family member household to place the children in that is safe and suitable for their development. DFS provided foster care is necessary because there are plenty of children suffering from neglect and abuse of all kinds. Some parents either don't know they are abusing or neglecting their children and need the resources to guide them. Some are unsuitable to have children at all, so the children need to be transitioned into a safe, permanent home. The biggest reason why I think this is necessary is because the basic needs are not met, and families of children within the system can be worked on in cooperation with DFS while the children are away and in an environment where the children do not have to worry about their basic needs being met. In turn, the children can have more enriching learning time and developing cognitively and socially. Both the families and children can benefit from this, and if the families do not comply to make their home better for their children, the children still are in a safe place and have gained a better life. In a perfect world, the children win either way, which is what is important to me, and I think most people. The expected outcome is to have every child in an unsafe environment to be placed and transitioned into a safe and enriching environment permanently. The preference is to have children go back to their original homes so long as they have complied to permanent improvements. The second best scenario for these children is to have them placed in a permanent home with a relative or loved one. The last option is to have a foster home followed by adoption. Lev Vygotsky's zone of proximal development is the tasks that children need help carrying on out to develop cognitively. In a broken home, children are not getting the assistance they need to develop their cognition in this way. By placing children in an enriching environment with adults that assist in the zone of proximal development, children are able to develop cognitively. Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory is prominent within the foster care system because children who need taken from their homes and placed into a new, sometimes temporary home are experiencing shifts in their microsystem and mesosystems. They may have be experiencing changes within the self or individual system, trying to process the transition and changes. While the transitions may be difficult, children's permanent homes are meant to build their systems from the individual or self all the way to the macro system, if not further. Here's the individual, here's the micro system, and as you can see, family, health are right there, and the mesosystem is the relationships between those two. One positive thing about the foster care system is that within the last 10 years, siblings are now kept together to promote some consistency and familiarity. Another is that children who are removed from homes coming from chaotic living situations are now in a new environment that is free of chaos and is helpful to them so that they can meet their basic needs of safety and shelter as Maslow would support. On the other hand, the family and home in question have time to become suitable for the children. Something the foster care system can improve on is hiring more social workers. They are overwhelmed with work and sometimes even have to stay in the office with children overnight if they cannot find temporary placement for them. There are also not enough foster homes to accommodate the number of children being pulled from homes, at least in Wyoming. Every single child in the system has Medicaid insurance. The issue is that a lot of providers are not accepting Medicaid anymore, which makes it hard for the foster parents and social workers to find the medical resources necessary. The most important part of this is the psychological services, which the children are not always receiving due to the lack of psychologists accepting Medicaid. There's a huge need for foster homes. Foster parents oftentimes do not continue to foster children because of bad experiences with DFS or Child Protective Services, or not being reimbursed enough to take care of a child. They end up in the red after fostering a child before they are adopted. Some are simply not cut out for it either. Increasing reimbursement pay to foster families could keep foster parents around, give them some sort of incentive. More training and vetting for foster parents can be beneficial because they can be better prepared for any child of any age. Foster families need to know that they are part of a therapy team and should be trained as such. Finally, limiting up to 2 children per foster home is best for children themselves and for the foster parents. This does lead back to needing more people to become foster parents. To recap, the foster care system is where children who are taken from unfit homes are temporarily placed. That is, until they are put into a permanent home, whether that be in their original home with a suitable family member or with an adopted family. Foster care is necessary because there is a vast number of children who are neglected and abused that need a safe environment to continue their natural development. Without foster homes, children's zone of proximal development is affected along with their ecological systems. Although the program is helpful and made to help both families and children, it can be improved by making the adults, such as the social workers and foster families, be better prepared. Thank you, and here are my references. Followed by where I retrieved the images from, all legal sites. Thank you and have a good night.